Hi guys, this is what I'm by. I have usually doing at home is always important message to my country. Usually something wrong with the government that really misbehave to my people. And every time when I watch Khmer's social media, news media, then when I found out something wrong, I noticed something that is not normal, that is not supposed to be like that, then I have to come out and let my people know what's going on, that it should not be like that, it should be like this. So yesterday and today, yesterday morning and this morning, I watched Khmer's news media called RFA, that is the abbreviation, and is Khmer people call radio Vachu Azizirai, and in English the long word is called Radio Free Asia. So something not normal, go back home. So let's start. ជ្រាបសួរបងប្អូនខ្ញុំវត្ត7 ខ្ញុំចេញមកនេះចង់មានការសំខាន់ហើយចង់ប្រាប់ចែករំលែកដោយការចេះដឹងរបស់ខ្ញុំទៅដល់បងប្អូនខ្មែរយើងទាំងអស់មកក្រមមេឃជាពិសេសបងប្អូនដែលនៅស្រុកខ្មែរមិនថាខាងលោកហ៊ុនសែនខាងស្ដេចខាងណាទាំងអស់ក្រៅតែពីគ្រួសារលោកហ៊ុនសែនហើយនឹងស្ដេចរបស់យើងតែពីអ្នកម្ដាយកូនទេគឺអ្នកម្នាងម្លេចហើយព្រះអង្គចាស់សីហមុនីខ្ញុំអត់រាប់ជាស្ដេចអីទៀតទេពីព្រោះអីពីមុនវាអញ្ចឹងឥឡូវក៏វាមកអញ្ចឹងព្រោះអីធ្វើខុសច្បាប់ខ្លាំងណាស់លោកខុសចំពោះរាជយើងចំពោះផែនដីយើងខ្លាំងណាស់ម្ល៉េះហើយខ្ញុំមិនអាចចាត់ទុកលោកជាស្ដេចផែនដីទេជាព្រះអង្គម្ចាស់បានជាអ្នកម្នាងអីបានប៉ុន្តែឲ្យទៅជាស្ដេចផែនដីគឺមិនបានទេពីព្រោះអីវាខុសខ្លាំងណាស់ចំពោះផែនដីរបស់យើងចំពោះព្រះឯកការចំពោះរាជទាំងនគរចំពោះអន្តរជាតិទាំងអស់ម្ល៉េះហើយខ្ញុំចេញមកថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំបានមើលវិទ្យុហៅថាវិទ្យុអាស៊ីសេរីពីម្សិលមិញពេលព្រឹកហើយថ្ងៃនេះហើយបានដឹងថាមានរឿងឆាវឡាវម្ល៉េះហើយខ្ញុំក៏សូមយកវិទ្យុនេះយកអាคลิปខ្លីៗយកមកចាក់ជូនបងប្អូនហើយចាំខ្ញុំបកស្រាយ Guys, I'm going to place the news media that I mentioned right now. I'm going to play a short clip and you will see, and I will explain to you so you know the story. I might explain half and half in English, half in Khmer language. We call ourselves Khmer. I'm from Cambodia and we speak Khmer. That's what I was born and raised with. So let's start this right now. Let's start. Hold on. Let's backward a little bit. Let's back up a little bit here. Okay. Okay. So this is it's just a coincidence. It's just an incident. It's nothing major, but Hun Sen he take it as a major thing. And King, he's supposed to protect the people, the two young men, but he does not. So I show you. You see, this is his name, Chun Chan Bot. This is Thai, and they work for famous Khmer's new media called RFA abbreviation, and long is Radio Free Asia. So so let this is about the king. He went and Hun Sen, the prime minister, to lit up the light for like some kind Olympic game, not Olympic, it's Khmer, some kind of fight. So they was arresting these two young men for a couple days already. A few days already. I think maybe this is the third day now. So this happened. I think this is the I think it's a few days already. You see, this king, I know him really well. Before he became a king, he just played on my chest. And we was hang out a few times. And I see him many times in the palace, and we was hang out before he became a king. He's not supposed to. His mom stole the crown for him. His mom killed to put him into power. So he's illegal. And this is Prime Minister Hun Sen, and he's illegal too. He killed people. And it's about the umbrella that the two young men just try to protect the king. I think the two young men love the king. And okay, let's get the story started, guys. So the thing that I know. See? Look, the two young men just look, the king right there. See? I think the two young men, they just love the king. Look, the two young men. He just, I think he just fly a short message on his Facebook or Instagram or something like that. I just said like that. I didn't know how many, but he just you see, he just loved okay. He just okay. You see? You see, guys? You see, this is a bad king and a bad prime minister. And I know this king really well. I know his mom. Our family know his grandmom, his ancestry, how they started and how they start to betray Cambodia, this and that. So let me explain to you right now. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's talk about this, guys. Let me explain to you a little bit. Okay. So hard. Let's turn it loud. They arrest them right away when the two young men saw the king of Cambodia and Prime Minister of Cambodia at Siem Reap Angkor Wat, you know the big temple in Cambodia? It located Angkor Wat, the big temple is located in Siem Reap, the other big city. Our big city is Phnom Penh, is the capital city of Cambodia. So the king and the prime minister went there to lit up the light for some kind of you know, like a sport game, like a fight, but in our culture they call, people think that was like more like Olympic game, this and that, but it's not. It's some kind of game that introduced to international and put on paper that is our game, our fight, or some kind like that. And the two young men, I love, I think they highly give a respect to the king when they see the prime minister walk next, hold on, when the king, when they see the prime minister walk next to the king like that, or just a little bit behind, but all I see it sometime before the king a little bit, a couple steps, sometime a couple steps back, or sometime next to the king, sometime almost touch the king's body. And the umbrella, those umbrella is specially made from great grandparents from our ancestry. It belongs to us too, to our family too. That whoever part of royal family, royal blood, or part of royal family, the light called Akiche like that. I think it to lit up for some Khmer people to go and fight. You know, like I have some supporter that send me that they fight like a taekwondo. They wear black, this and that. I think either they Malaysia, Indonesia, but I love them a lot. I give them a support. So, see, you see that he lit up the light, this light. You see this light right now, guys. You see that? It called Akiche. You see that? You see in Siem Reap, the big temple that located in the other capital city. You see this kind of game. You know how people like have we have some kind of game. You guys have like people have like taekwondo, this and that. Each country they have different, and our country calls something whatever. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the game or anything. I have not seen the game. I have not seen the fight, but I follow this news every day since I open up, send my friend open up this channel for me, this YouTube for me, because of that, because of my country. So the two young men, I think he must understand a little bit about law, about rule, about whatever. So he said, it's not acceptable, it's not nice that a prime minister walks next to the king and the umbrella, especially the umbrella. That umbrella is represent only for the king, not even the prince, not even the crown prince. No, that umbrella, we have different umbrella that for princess, for prince, for whatever crown prince. But that umbrella, the color of that umbrella is only whoever walk next to that umbrella or under that umbrella, and the God that hold that umbrella is only the rule of law under, I think it tie up international law and especially Cambodia law, our ancestry law, thousands of years already. It's not just 100 years, 200 years, guys. Thousands of years, at least 1,000 years old. That rule of law, that umbrella, it's supposed to be next to the king. Even the God change position wherever. No one should allow walk under that umbrella but the king himself, not his wife, not his wife of I didn't know right now, but back then, if the queen or the wife of the kings, I said it in normal word, in English word, in common word, she have her own umbrella, different color. So that gold color umbrella, especially when the God hold like that, is supposed to be cover the king or even stand left or right or whatsoever. It's supposed to be only the king next to it. But I saw this picture, photo. The umbrella cover a prime minister of Cambodia, which he's not. He's illegal since the start. He killed people. He pushed himself. He killed millions of people, and he's still doing bad things until today. He not supposed whatsoever. He not supposed to walk next to the king, and the umbrella. He's not. If he see the God hold the umbrella wrong, he's supposed to step back, and he's supposed to let the king in front. He's supposed to be at least 10 steps, not one, not two. He's supposed to be at least 10 steps behind the king. If it by law, by rule, our ancestry, you a prime minister, you a commoner, you cannot even walk on the red carpet behind the king. You have to be, if you're the top of the leader in the country. This is I speaking about the rule of law for royal family in our country. It carried 1,000, at least 1,000 years old now, but I don't have to say that 1,000. I only choose, let's say, 400 years or 500 years old. Since I was grow up from our ancestry, let's say 4 generations, the rule is so firm, so strong, that no one, when we go out on public, no one can walk close to the king, the same red carpet. If you walk, you have to be 10 feet behind. And usually the umbrella, that umbrella is supposed to be cover the king, because that umbrella represent the powerful one, represent royal family, represent king and queen, but queen have different color, so that color is for the king. So Hun Sen himself, the prime minister himself, Hun Sen himself, he about the law. When the 2 young men said that prime minister not supposed to walk next to the king, not to be under that umbrellas, prime minister supposed to know the rule, because he a prime minister of Cambodia. He's supposed to give king of Cambodia a highly respects. So the 2 young men is correct. It's just a comment. It's just like you send me a video for me to watch. I comment you nicely. If I don't like, I still comment you nicely, because people does make a mistake. People cannot just take a video good all the time. If I like a lot, I say more word to it, or I get you a cup of coffee. That is a common thing, common ground for human being. And the 2 young men, I guess he feel bad. He just wrote a short message, fly out on his Instagram or his Facebook or something. He said he heard people went around restaurant, around coffee shop, around the park, this and that. This is just an example it. But that's what the young men say in Cambodia language. Said that the Prime Minister doesn't know the rule of law, doesn't give respect to king, to our king. So if the Prime Minister doesn't do that, how international give a respect to our king of Cambodia? And we have the great temple, the seven wonder, that around the world recognize it with the top 7. So our king's supposed to be the powerful one, but the Prime Minister doesn't give a king a respect, and the king himself maybe something wrong or whatever, doesn't look around and stop and make a body language for the God to come and pull the Prime Minister out. Usually back then, if it's like that, the king must stop right away, and the God that hold umbrella stand still. It's not the God that hold umbrella wrong. The God that hold umbrella for the king, it's okay for him to change side to protect the king or the queen from being harmed of the Mother Nature weather, like sun, like rain, like wind, like something, you know. So the king and the queen would not get dirty or would not get hurt by all those Mother Nature. So the God himself, is okay for him to change the position. But the Prime Minister, he's supposed to know, he's supposed to be behind, 10 foot behind, and he cannot walk on the red carpet. If he walk on the ground, just the ground. Or if people want him to walk on the red carpet too, must be a different red carpet, not the same one next to the king like that. So the 2 young men give highly respect to our king and queen. They love it, so they just say, hey, something went wrong. And then the Prime Minister seen that message and start to ask the police, start to ask the whatever, come and arrest the 2 young men and throw the 2 young men in jail, or lock the 2 young men up, which is wrong because it's just a comment. They make a comment, they're curious why. Even myself, when I see that, I say, no, this is out of boundary. And the king himself, when this happened, the king himself keep it silent. And the king not supposed to keep it silent. The king himself should protect the 2 young men. The king himself should ask the God, the king God, the security, the palace guard, arrest the Prime Minister instead of the 2 young men, because it's wrongdoing. It's just wrongdoing. In our country, we have a strong law for royal family, but innocent Khmer people doesn't know much. And after the war, a lot of people didn't know much either. Because like I said, the government right now doesn't tell the people, and they change because they kill to take over Cambodia. And queen himself, she's not supposed to be a queen, she's a commoner, and she slept with somebody's husband. And the king right now, he not supposed to. He's the mistress son, and he have no title to it. So now that he become a king, he's supposed to protect Cambodia and her people. When her people love him, try to protect him, try to lift up him so international could recognize our king and queen and give them a highly respect around the world too. But this king is messed up the mind too. Keep it silent and allow Hun Sen to arrest these two young men. So I have to say, this is not our prime minister and this is absolutely not our king. Because if it's our king, he would say something. The one that should be arrested supposed to be the prime minister. They cannot play game. They cannot take the crown of Cambodia crown. Belong to a good royal family. Belong to a good king and queen that build up the country. That build up the great temple. That fight for Cambodia land thousands of years ago for Khmer people to stay on, include the king and the queen right now and Hun Sen himself right now. They supposed to thank for that. They supposed to look up the law, the strong law that we have. We have a strong law. If king and queen or prime minister does wrong, to that look down to the throne or equal himself to the king and queen, they should remove right away. They should be arrested. Back then, they should get their head cut off right away. But now, since the country is modern, you don't have to be like that. You don't have to be like that. You could ask the prime minister to step down, remove him from power, and all his family, whoever that work for the government. So the next one in line supposed to become a prime minister. So that's what it is. Guy, let me that's what I try to explain, the rule of law. Our law is royal family law is so strong. It does tie up with international. When we sign the Magnitsky Act, Paris Agreement, and all this and that at the UN, because our family back then, before we get Cambodia back, those law is tied up, form up a strong law with international. So before Paris Agreement, everything, the Magnitsky Act, that we tie up the law before international hand back Cambodia to us, to Cambodia people. The king right now and his mom right now, the queen and King Sihanouk that passed away, they are not king and queen. They was called, she was called Mrs. or Miss, and the king right now called Preongmacha, and his father the same thing, because he stepped down. He stepped down, he left Cambodia, he left the people behind. By law, if it go like this, I have to explain that they should be locked up or they should be put to death if they does that to their own people. Now I have to say that the king right now make a mistake. The king right now should not allow Hun Sen to do like that and walk and next to and speak like that when you out in public. But if you in the palace, you want to be like a friendship with the prime minister, this and that, it's okay. Nobody see. You walk in the palace, you talk, you walk next to each other, you sit the same table, have dinner with each other, then it's okay. But when you went out in public, all the entire world put on big screen news media, the entire world around the world see Khmer people, the commoner people see, and you cannot do that. You have to follow the law. You have to respect the law. You have to respect our law, international law that we tie up, that we form up for Cambodia to become better like today. For Hun Sen himself know how to wear a shoe. Before he doesn't know how to wear a shoe, guys. He wear a sandal or he have no shoe. He only have a shirt. Maybe sometime he naked. Who know? You know, guys? So, I'm calling out for this, for all international, for all my supporters around the world, for all Khmer around the world, especially inside Cambodia, to please help us, please. These two young men doesn't do anything wrong. He just make fly out a short message on his Facebook or Instagram or something, a short message. He just say, oh, he heard people at the coffee shop said, why Prime Minister walk under the umbrella of the king? Why he's not respect King of Cambodia, our king? Why he walk next to and chit chat, and why like that? And if like that, we Khmer people, we the people will protect, will fight hard, and will protect you as a king. So international will give you a respect. But something turned wrong. เราឲ្យបងប្អូនក្មេងពីរនាក់ដែលលោកហ៊ុនសែនក៏ចាប់នោះគ្នាអត់មានខុសអីទេគ្នាអត់មានខុសអីទេគ្នាគ្រាន់តែនិយាយតាមភាសាតែគ្នាលឺតាមទៀមកាហ្វេតាមផ្សារតាមហាងបាយហើយគ្នាចិត្តគ្នាស្រឡាញ់ពញាតវង្សសានវង្សស្រឡាញ់ស្ដេចផែនដីដោយស្មោះគ្នានិយាយប៉ុណ្ណឹងអត់មានការអីខុសឆ្គងទេប្រទេសណាក៏ដូចប្រទេសណាគេអត់មានចាប់អត់មានចងអត់មានអីទេព្រះមហាក្សត្រខ្លួនឯងស្ដេចខ្លួនឯងត្រូវតែប្រាប់នាយកថាមិនឲ្យធ្វើដូច្នោះត្រូវតែដោះលែងក្មេងពីរនាក់នោះក្មេងពីរនាក់នោះក្មេងប្រុសពីរនាក់នោះអត់មានអីខុសទេខ្ញុំសូមអំពាវនាវដល់បងប្អូនខ្មែរយើងមកក្រុមមេឃទាំងអស់ឲ្យយល់នៅច្បាប់ទម្លាប់អំពីព្រះញាតិវង្សសានវង្សស្ដេចផែនដីរបស់យើងកុំយកច្រើនយើងយកតែ4ចំនួនថា400ឆ្នាំមកចោះប៉ុន្តែច្បាប់ស្ដេចផែនដីរបស់ខ្មែរយើងវាមាន1000ឆ្នាំមកបងប្អូនពីព្រោះវាមានមាសពេជ្រកៅកងចុះកត់ត្រាថាយើងមានពូជសាសន៍ជាខ្មែរយើងមានទំនៀមទម្លាប់1000ឆ្នាំខ្ញុំយក1000ឆ្នាំចុះក្រមប៉ុន្តែយើងមិនបាច់យកច្រើនយើងយកតែ400ឆ្នាំ4ចំនួនថា400ឆ្នាំទៅចោះ4ចំនួនក្នុងមួយចំនួនយើងថា100ឆ្នាំទៅចោះយើងយកគ្នាមកនិយាយយើងមិនអាចឲ្យលោកហ៊ុនសែនហើយស្ដេចនេះខុសខិតគ្នាបំបត្តិនៅប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្របំបត្តិនៅច្បាប់ទម្លាប់ប្រឯកការស្ដេចមុនបើគេបំបត្តិបានមានន័យថាអង្គរវត្តយើងថ្ងៃក្រោយក៏គេបំបត្តិបានដែរបងប្អូនក៏គេដូរទៅនេះទៅនោះបានហើយបងប្អូនក៏កើតទៅជាខ្ញុំបញ្ជាក់គេដែរស្ដេចផែនដីគឺជាស្ដេចផែនដីនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីគឺជានាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីក្មេងដែលនិយាយមួយម៉ាត់ពីរយើងធ្វើធំយើងត្រូវធ្វើមិនដឹងមិនលឺអត់មានអីទេបើក្មេងនោះប្រមាថដល់ស្ដេចរបស់យើងនោះបានខុសស្ដេចផែនដីគឺជាធំជាងនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីធំជាងអ្វីទាំងអស់ស្ដេចផែនដីមិនធ្វើនយោបាយក៏មានសិទ្ធិធំពីព្រោះស្ដេចផែនដីនោះហើយកូនចៅរបស់គេមានការឆ្លាតឆ្លៀសវៃដែលច្បាំងយកដែលពីដើមមកដែលច្បាំងទៀមទាកសាងផែនដីខ្មែរយើងមិនថាខ្មែរលើខ្មែរក្រោមខ្មែរកណ្ដាលយកមកឲ្យពួកយើងនៅទាំងអស់គ្នាតាំងក្បាលរបស់លោកហ៊ុនសែនក្រុមគ្រួសាររបស់លោកហ៊ុនសែនតាំងស្ដេចល្ងីល្ងើសពថ្ងៃហ្នឹងគេខំការពារលោកឲ្យលោកកើតទៅជាធំតាំងពួកខ្ញុំអីពីដើមមកដែលលោកមិនទាន់បានឡើងទៅសោះកូនក្រៅខោទៅសោះ ដេចក៏លោកមិនយល់អីអញ្ចឹងម្ដេចក៏លោកប្រព្រឹត្តខុសទៅជាមួយហ៊ុនសែនអញ្ចឹងក្មេងនោះនិយាយនោះត្រឹមត្រូវគេចង់ឲ្យលោកបានគុំថ្កើងគេចង់ឲ្យម្ដាយលោកកុំឲ្យគេហៅថាមីនេះមីនោះកុំឲ្យគេហៅថាមីកូនបារាំងមីកូនក្បត់ជាតិមីកូនកេញសម្ងាត់របស់បារាំងរបស់រុស្ស៊ីប្លន់សម្រាប់ខ្មែរកម្ពុជាក្រោមយកដីខ្មែរកម្ពុជាក្រោមទៅឲ្យយួនគេខំការពារនាងហ្នឹងពីព្រោះវាមានជីដូនជីតានាងហ្នឹងវាមានផុសតាងបងប្អូនវាតាមគ្រួសារនិយាយតគ្នាមកខ្ញុំក៏បានឮបានអីហើយម្ដាយអ្នកម្លៀងម្លេចហ្នឹងនិយាយប៉មហ្នឹងនៅរស់ដល់តែស្រុកបានសុកសានបានបកូនណាលោកលើកឲ្យកើតទៅជាឯណាលើកមុនបកូនណាអត់លើកណាបកូនណាដឹងថាខូចណាសម្រាប់ខ្មែរកម្ពុជាក្រោមច្រើននិយាយប៉មហ្នឹងបងប្អូនខ្ញុំអត់ចង់និយាយរករឿងអីទេបងប្អូនមិនឃើញដល់ស្លាប់ទៅទេបានបកូនណាឲ្យបកូនណានរោត្តមសីហនុលោកឲ្យបុណ្យស័ក្តិឡើងមកក្រើតហើយលោកឲ្យយកទៅកប់នៅវត្តបតុមបងប្អូនខ្ញុំទៅធ្វើបុណ្យជាមួយក្រុមគ្រួសារហ្នឹងពួកអីគេហៅខ្ញុំបងប្អូនយេខ្ញុំឥឡូវក្តៅណាបងប្អូនដល់ឃើញអញ្ចឹងណាលោះឲ្យបងប្អូនខ្មែរយើងទាំងអស់ទាំងខាងគាត់ខាងយើងអីក្រៅតែពីគ្រួសារហ៊ុនសែនហ្នឹងឲ្យស្ដាច់ពីអ្នកម៉ែកូនហ្នឹងស្ដាច់ខុសហ្នឹងស្ដាច់ខ្លាំងហ្នឹងសូមជៀសចេញពីគ្រួសារហ្នឹងពីមនុស្ស4នាក់ហ្នឹងលោកហ៊ុនសែនកូនចៅគាត់ដែលកាន់អំណាចហ្នឹងហើយប្រពន្ធគាត់ហើយអ្នកម្លៀងម្លេចហើយព្រះអង្គចាស់សីហមុនីហ្នឹងរាជខ្មែរយើងត្រូវតែជៀសចេញបើមិនជៀសចេញយើងត្រូវតែជាខ្ញុំបញ្ជាក់គេវាមកជិតដល់ហើយអាដីធ្លីបងប្អូនហ្នឹងចង់គេយកថ្ងៃណាក៏ពិបាកដែរបងប្អូនមានបានប៉ុណ្ណឹងមិនថាបងប្អូននឹងសាសចិនសាសយួនសាសណាទេដែលមកនៅស្រុកយើងនេះមកនៅស្រុកខ្មែរយើងនេះតែពេលនោះវាមកដល់តាហ៊ុនសែនវាចាប់បងប្អូនយកទៅច្បាំងយកទៅឲ្យច្បាំងយកទៅឲ្យរុស្ស៊ីច្បាំងជាមួយប្រទេសណាផ្សេងហើយពេលនោះបងប្អូនអត់សុខទេកុំថាបងប្អូនអ្នករុស្ស៊ីណាបងប្អូនអ្នកសិល្បៈអ្នកមានអ្នកតាហ៊ានអ្នកប៉ូលីសអីគឺរត់អត់រួចទេខ្ញុំសូមប្រាប់បងប្អូនលះហើយសូមបងប្អូនជួយគ្រប់គ្រងនៅក្មេងប្រុសនោះថាស្ដាច់ថាហ៊ុនសែននោះធ្វើខុសចាប់ខុសហើយស្ដាច់នោះបើឃើញអញ្ចឹងត្រូវតែជួយក្មេងនោះត្រូវតែថាឲ្យដោះលែងទៅវាមិនអីទេពាក្យក្មេងបន្តិចបន្តួចតែយើងធ្វើធំគេរិះគន់ហើយនៅសាសស្ដេចអង់គ្លេសស្ដេចណាគេរិះគន់គ្រប់តែគ្នាហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែលោកធ្វើមិនដឹងធ្វើមិនលឺគេគ្រាន់មិនឲ្យលោកដឹងលឺណាកុំឲ្យតែគេមកប៉ះពាល់ដល់លោកអត់អីទេបើលោកធ្វើខុសគេរិះគន់ហើយស្ដេចណាក៏ដូចស្ដេចណាដែរឲ្យតែគេរិះគន់ត្រូវអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណបងប្អូនច្រើន Guys, thank you. See you in the next video. I have two more important video. Thank you. And then after that, we eat stuff because I have stuff to eat. So I'm going to make 3 video. Okay? You see that, guys? I bought from Italian food. So this you say this news media RFA I watch them every day. If I didn't go a live chat, I watch them when it's over. At least once a day, but sometimes I watch 2 times. I like it a lot because I think it's an accurate news in Cambodia and around the world. And my friend and my boss told me to follow this if I want to reach out to my people in my country. So guys, thank you. He's a cute guy, right? His name Chun Chan, but I don't know how to spell it in English, but I could spell like the name what it is. But you know, maybe a misspell or whatever, but so see, but you and see right. So thank you guys. See you in the next video.